Good afternoon, West Virginia. I'm Delegate Sean Hornbuckle, Minority Leader of the House Democrat Caucus, along with the rest of the caucus here today. It is day 48, and I want to report on last week what we did and what we did not do. First things first, I do want to thank all of you all on holding the line, standing strong to fight back against the atrocious healthcare rollback that we saw in our state government last week. It was a measure put forward by the supermajority Republicans to make sure that 166,000 plus West Virginians are kicked off of their health care. Last year in the House Finance Committee, only 2 people voted no on that bill. That was myself and Delegate John Williams from Morgantown. Again, horrible policy, but with your help, they were able to pull that bill today. But I will also remind you that it's not over yet. We need you all to stay strong, to keep calling your delegates, and make sure that bill does not awake. Also, what happened last week was a lot of chaos on Friday. So much so that probably the most important thing of the session, which is trying to lower your utility bills, the House Democrats had a measure to make sure we get to debate that. And you guessed it, House Republicans voted against that measure. They also voted against other crazy things, making sure that children were going to be stripped of their protections and other faulty measures. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass it to Delegate Evan Hansen to start talking about utilities.
Thank you. As the minority leader mentioned, we have a package of bills that will help stabilize and reduce electric rates for West Virginians. This is an issue that we've heard over and over again from our constituents because electric rates have risen faster in West Virginia than any other state over the last decade or two. And we're going to use every tool in our toolbox to get one of these bills on the agenda. Keep in mind that there's 9 of us, there's 91 in the supermajority. They control the agenda, and we're going to do what we can to get these bills on the agenda. And that's what happened on Friday. I made a motion to discharge House Bill 3173, which would place a temporary cap on our electric rates. All 9 House Democrats voted for that bill, but the Republican supermajority voted against it. And what that means is that we cannot debate that bill. We can't make it better. We can't pass it and help West Virginians. Now, we have a package of bills that'll help implement an all the above energy strategy to diversify our energy mix and bring our electric rates down. They're not taking up those bills either, but the bills that they are running are going to do the opposite. They're going to require our power plants to run even when it costs extra for our ratepayers. They're going to force our power plants to run even though it's going to raise people's bills. So they're moving in the opposite direction. We want to actually lower your utility rates, not raise them. And I'll pass it off to the Minority Whip, Sean Fluharty.
Good afternoon, Sean Fluharty, Minority Whip, West Virginia House of Delegates. I know everybody has committee meetings. So very briefly, I want to put things in a wrap here. What happened Friday, as Minority Leader Hornbuckle mentioned, was an embarrassment to our government, an embarrassment to our state, and everybody needs to be paying attention to what's happening. It was a fiasco, nothing but chaos on Friday, and it just shows that they cannot govern effectively. I've been here for a number of years now. I was first elected in 2014, and quite frankly, Friday may have been the most embarrassing day on the floor that I've seen. Lack of procedural rules, lack of leadership. It was chaos. And to add to that chaos, let me tell you what they're doing right now. They're originating bills out of committee, and let's talk about what that really means. When bills originate out of committee, they bypass the actual procedural process of introducing a bill, having a lead sponsor, a list of sponsors, and the public having notice of what the bill is about. Instead, they originate a bill out of committee so that members of the committee don't see it ahead of time, there's no lead sponsor, and more importantly, the public has no notice on what's going on. They did that with their attempt to take away Medicaid coverage for 160,000 plus West Virginians. And they did it on another important bill, 3516, which now has a bill number because it was rushed to the floor after it originated out of committee on a Friday afternoon when the public's not paying attention. Chances are when they're doing things on a Friday afternoon or a Saturday, it's bad stuff. I call it the Friday and Saturday night special, and we're seeing it loud and clear right now. So originating bill 3516 is the most disgusting piece of legislation I've seen since I've been here. We've had multiple cases, and it's been well documented that our children who are in our care have gone through some horrific things, including sexual assault. And our state now has a law on the books that if you're a minor and you've been sexually assaulted, you have 18 years after reaching the age of majority. Many states have no statute of limitations for a cause of action. So they originated a bill on Friday afternoon to take that 18 years down to 2. This means a child who is trying to get their life back together. And we've heard the stories about Miracle Meadows, and we're going to get into that in more detail as time goes on. But it's horrific to say the least. And they are treating our children like a car accident, saying you only get 2 years to bring a claim because we have financial liabilities that we just can't quite pay. So instead of trying to raise new revenue and take care of our children and protect them for years to come, the state of West Virginia is now saying, oh, forget that. We'll just wash our hands of it. And children who are victims of crime, who years later, when they try to get their life back together and try to bring a claim against the state who failed in their care and who was negligent in their care, we're going to tell them, too bad. You're no different than a car accident. That is disgusting on its face. We have been fighting it tooth and nail. We fought it in committee on Friday. And there's a reason why they originate bills like that, because they don't want the public to know about it. They're ashamed of it. And they're going to say that you no longer get the time that other states are doing to bring a claim against the state. And we're talking about our most vulnerable kids who have been taken advantage of and assaulted in state care in the state of West Virginia. It's truly disgusting. So House Bill 3516, that's your red alert going forward this week. And we will talk about it more in depth as the days go on. So thank you very much for being here today. And we had some people come in at the last second. Do you have prepared questions? If not, we're going to end our people have committee meetings. Okay, thank you.